want to talk about the newest One Piece chapter 1052, and yeah, we start in the end of the chapter, and we talk about Greenbull. So we see Greenbull flying in the air, and he's spying on Wano, and he have some kind of flower as propeller on his back. And then he talked with somebody, and he in the translation he called that person he talked with the goddess, and I don't know who he referred to. We're gonna know who that is in meantime. Later on, we're gonna know more about that person. So I I don't know. I think I have said before in other videos that Greenbull probably control nature, and specifically control trees, similar to the first Hokage, more, but it's something with nature. So it can also be that he can have a specific category of nature, and that is flower. That he have the flower devil fruit. That he can use flowers as toxicity, like poison and something like that. And he can use it like pollen to spread poison. Because it looks like that he's flying with a flower, and that is his devil fruit power, that he used flower to take him around. I think that's really cool. We only see the backside of Ryukugyu, aka Greenbull, and very just too like short, very short. We see the picture of him. The other big reveal, probably the biggest of them all, is that this now is confirmed that Big Mom and Kaido is gone. They are defeated. So this now we have two new emperors, and the two new emperors are Kid and Law. Are the two new emperors of the sea. So that is the big information. Like this is like the spoiler warning reveals. Like that is the only thing that is like big. The Ryukugyu and the two Emperor of the Sea. So the other thing, the rest of the thing is that they're talking, and one of the scabbards always forget some name, but one of the scabbards talk with Marco, and with Marco the older brother of one of the scabbards joined up with Whitebeard, and now he have died in the war. So the scabbard asked Marco if that is okay if they bury him in his own country in Wano, and Marco obviously say yes, that is best that he rest in his homeland, and all this kind rest in his homeland. So I think and the other thing is always the classical thing with Monkey D. Luffy, he eating and Zoro drinking lots of booze, and they are hungry, and obviously Sanji is very upset, very like look at all of the women's. It's very it's and the funniest scene is when they are in the bathhouse, and obviously Yamato is with them in the bathhouse, and nobody cares that she is okay. Nobody cares of the Straw Hat Pirates that besides Sanji, that is a woman with the man in the bathhouse, because Yamato do not see herself as a woman. She see herself as a strong follower of Kosoki Oden, and so that is very fun, very funny very funny to see how Sanji get like a rocket nosebleed, and he flew up in the sky, and all of the others drinking, and nobody cares that that is a naked person, naked woman in the bathhouse with the men. I think yeah, it's silly. It's very silly, but it's funny. Um, so the only thing these two guys are married to are alcohol and food. So yeah. Um, specifically, Monkey D. Luffy is very much married to alcohol. Very much married to alcohol and food. Um, yeah, and I think this chapter was a very good chapter, very funny chapter, and it's nice that Wano is soon. No, I should not say that, because in the beginning the world government talk um, about finally the guy has revealed, Nika have revealed, and obviously they are on their way to attack Wano. So I'm scared to say. I really hope that I am very wrong here, very wrong. But I think the Straw Hat Pirate probably not gonna leave Wano. I think the problem here that now the second war is coming, and that is with the world government. So I'm, yeah. I think Kaido is gone, Big Mom is gone, the Flying Six are gone, the All Stars are gone, but yeah, uh, yeah. The the problem is that the world government will not accept that Nico Robin and Monkey D. Luffy, aka Nika, leave Wano with all that big information now. That is too much problem for the world government. So they probably gonna try to sink the island as quickly as possible with one of their weapons. And obviously they reason why they one of the commanders, obviously he's a commander, was one of the higher ranking guys sent out. First, they sent out obviously the CP0. It's just a spy, and now so one of the CP0 have returned and give them all the information. Now they sent out Rio Kuju and all this kind of thing, and obviously they tell him that no restriction, no, your mission is clear, and all this kind of thing. I want them to leave Wano. I really want them to go on their journey to see new things, but it's not look like that will happen. It looks like they have to stay in Wano to continue on their fight, and yeah, I just say again, I just hope I'm wrong with this. I just hope that something will happen and they can just escape, and yeah, because I think Wano have been too long. It's too long in Wano. I think the chapter needs to be, the book have to be closed now on that chapter, so they can continue on with some other thing in journey, maybe Alabama, to see the big giant island or something differently. Yeah, but no, but yeah, I just hope that it will not be that will not be this case. But it's gonna be really cool to see like more see Ryokuju's powers. Gonna be really cool, and I think I'm not 100% certain here, but I think next week we're gonna get one more chapter, and that will be next chapter. And after that, there's gonna be a break, 1 month break, because Oden take his second long break since the timescape. So yeah, I think so. This chapter, then another chapter, then it's gonna be a long break from One Piece. So it's not gonna be any more for a long time. No One Piece chapters. So that is a bit sad. But if it's other mangas to read, I don't know. Obviously for me, I have Reckoning of Ragnarok. I'm still waiting for the English translation of chapter 53 and 54. I obviously already know a bit what will happen in the chapter. With obviously with Shishongdi and Hades. Yeah, so that I'm waiting for these 2 chapters, and beside that, no, not so much manga. I think the only mangas I read daily, not when they come out, is obviously One Piece and Reckoning of Ragnarok. Yeah. Anyways, so that is everything I really want to say about the new One Piece chapter, and